Randall, you're recognized.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. I will recognize I'm very new to Congress, and I'm adjusting to the things that are different from my state legislature. I had the great honor of chairing the Higher Education and Workforce Development Committee in the Washington State Senate, and even before COVID, our committee piloted fully remote testimony. Because Washington State is certainly smaller than the country, but it is a big state that takes a long time for folks to travel from one corner to the other. And particularly for our Republican neighbors who lived in the more rural parts of Washington, what it meant was that we had more balanced and more accessible testimony for folks who couldn't take time off work, who had childcare needs, who wanted to be present at the request of the chair or as is allowed in Washington because they're interested in bringing their voice to the legislature. And I think it shaped committees that were more impactful for the people. And I completely respect your decision, Mr. Chairman. And yes, elections do have consequences, but I think it's incumbent upon all of us to think about how we are making the halls of power more accessible to the people we represent, and that's why I'll be voting yes to this amendment today. I yield.
The young lady yields back. Mr. Gosar, you're recognized.
Yeah, could anybody on the other side tell us one case that did not go through that was not asked for, please? Yes.
Thank you. Does the gentleman yield?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you, gentlemen. Well, I had the joy and sometimes challenge, of course, of being the ranking member with you, Mr. Gosar.
Must have been a joy.
It was a joy. We had some good times. So, yeah, I mean, there were a number of cases where we invited minority witnesses, but due to financial or geographic hardships, they were not able to come and testify in front of the subcommittee. And I think this happens all the time, but it may fly under the radar and not rise to the level even that maybe the whole committee is aware of it. So it does impact our communities on a day-to-day basis, and certainly we want to make sure that our communities have the access. So I yield back.
Well, my question would be, to see that, but I think that the chairman has been and done everything in good faith. And I would love to kind of monitor this to see who and what can't come to here. I do understand the farthest reach because I've had almost all of rural Arizona at one time or another. So from that standpoint, I would like to see kind of a reporting of why and who couldn't come.